Have you ever forgotten a word you want to say, but remember it randomly hours later, even days? Go ahead and hit that like button down for me. Welcome back to another episode with Mr. Rambles. I am so sorry about the lag of uploads of my videos because that was a long time for me between my upload and my last upload. And my last upload of video, I think it was I can't remember. It was the depressing one. I'm guessing it's episode 4 about my overdose story and depression, I think. And you know what? Today, this is a special treat. I'm going to tell you my first experience going to a strip club. All right, just to make it, lighthearted from the last video, because holy shit, that was kind of depressing. That was really depressing. Gotta make it lighthearted. It's fun. Nothing too sad. I mean, I guess the beginning will be sad. The reason why of me going to the strip club is sad, but everything after that, fucking hilarious. Or, kind of lame of however you think. All right, let's start this story, shall we? So the first time I went to the strip club, I was 18. Yes, I was 18. I was going through my first breakup, and I didn't handle it well. Well, I did. I mean, I think I did perfectly fine. Crying in a that new feeling of a breakup was like, whoa, that shit was an interesting feeling that I never had before. And yeah, I think I was going to college around that time, so I met a lot of college friends there for support, and a few of them were actually helping me out. And you know what? They said, like, fuck it, let's go to the strip club. For some reason, we're talking about it, and down the line, we agreed that we would go to a strip club, and I, agreed. Again, remember, I was a broke college student, so we had to go during the the hours where we could afford, So it was essentially two person for a price of one ticket or entrance to go into a strip club. So, and it was lucky because I don't know about like other college students but for majority of college students, Thursdays were technically our Fridays because not a lot of college students take Friday classes. I think majority of us, our last days of classes of the week usually ends at Thursday. Not all the time, but majority of the time we wanted that schedule that way. So we went during a Thursday evening. And let me tell you, wow, we even prepped for it too. So there's something we call, because we usually hang around the smoker area of the college, the smoking area. But the college really doesn't have a designated smoke area. So we just knew where to hang out at, because that's where everyone knew where all the smokers hang out at, right? And we called that area the bridge, because that's where the bridge was at, connecting from one side of the campus to the other side, which goes above like one of the main streets. And at the bridge, man, a lot of things happen. You do drugs there, drink, drug deals there, everything you can name it. And my one of my friends at the time, I think he bought beer. Well, I bought beer for all of us, a fuck ton of beer, just for the 3 of us, I think, or 4. I can't remember. Again, I was really hammered that day, so I wasn't that hammered because I sobered up along the way going to the strip club. I think I was just drunk most of the time I was on campus, which you shouldn't do that. You're there to learn. But, it was classes were done. We're just waiting for the last guy to end up going. So we're waiting for the last guy, because I think it was 3 of us. And the last guy just bailed out. He didn't want to go. We were like, well, dude, what the fuck? So I don't think it mattered, because I still want to go to the strip club. It was a fun experience. First time experience. And maybe just forget my girlfriend at the time. I was young and stupid. I just did whatever the fuck, those college experiences. So it was just me and my friend. What should I call him? Carl? I'm gonna call him Carl because it'll relate to the story later on. Yeah, so me and Carl, we we drove, or he drove me to the strip club, and I was already sobering up a little, or a lot. And once we went there, we paid our entrance fee. I think it was around 5. It was 5 p.m. The sun was still out. It was 5 p.m. and we went inside, and man, I was so intimidated. I didn't want to, because the first floor, there's nothing there but just the restrooms. I think everything was on the second floor. So I was so intimidated. I was like, yo, man, I gotta pee. So I went to the restroom, did my thing, and then I was like, man, this is so intimidating going up the stairs. Like, man, I'm so nervous, nervous and excited at the same time. And when I went up there, man, it was fucking dead. No one was there. Not a lot of people were there. I think there's just me and Carl and like 2 other guys. That was it on a Thursday around 5 p.m. evening or whatever the hell. So eventually, eventually one of the strippers came up to me. He's like, "Would you like the lap dance?" I was like, "Oh yes, please." I was like, "Yes," and then she held my hand. She led me to one of the I guess sofas, like on the side wall, on the way back in the corner. We were having our private lap dance. And she asked me, "You don't come here often, do you?" He was like, "No." She's like, "Is this your first time?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my first time." She further asked me, why'd you decide to come here? And I was like, "Oh man, because for some reason I felt tell them the truth. Oh, the strippers got those the truth pills or some shit, maybe they sprayed some truth perfume on them for me to tell the truth." And then I answered truthfully. I said, I'm here because my girlfriend broke up with me. And she's like, "Oh, poor thing," while she's like grinding on top of me, or dry humping facing me. And she's like, "Oh, poor thing, is this how you cope?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's how I cope." Oh man, you just sensed the cringe. I don't know what the hell. It's so fucking stupid. Oh god. And then once our dance session, or the lap dance, was up, I think it was her turn to go up on stage, start dancing. And I was like, wow, that was my first lap dance. It's fucking crazy. I think her name was quote unquote Candy, or something with K. Candy, Candace. I know it's not real, but I like the fantasy of shit like that. But my friend Carl, on the other hand, he got a lap dance on his own. And I finally sat down at the table just to hang out and just watch the show of the stripper, on stage. I think it wasn't Candace after. I can't remember. It was someone else. So my friend Carl, he joined up with me at the table, started talking to me. We were just chit-chatting about some bullshit, like, "Oh, this has been crazy, our first time, man." He's getting all excited and shit. And then all the strippers, I guess it was such a dead day, all the strippers were just came up to us, started talking to us, just like chit-chatting and shit. And then, like, corner of my eye, like, there's 2 guys just sitting there. It was weird, because we're like the only 4 guys there. So I was confused. And I looked at them, and he I swear to God, he looked like, the 2 guys looked like Daryl and Merle from The Walking Dead. I forgot their actual names, but it was the actors of Daryl and Merle from The Walking Dead. It fucking spit an image of them. I fucking swear to you. I was crazy. It was crazy. I looked at him, and I was like, "Is that?" Oh, Norman Reedus, that's his name. I can't remember the Merle guy. No, I was like, is that Norman Reedus? What the hell? What is he doing in the strip club? Cause it was crazy because the spitting image, I like a carbon copy. Unless it's a fucking doppelgangers hanging out with each other, then I have no fucking clue. Cause I legit just looking at them, I was like, that's fucking Daryl and Merle. Just what the fuck? Is that really them? I was confused. Oh yeah, going back to my first lap dance, I didn't know because like she let me. She actually my first lap dance. She actually put my face like in her tits, let me touch her in areas, and I did. And I in my head I'm like, am I supposed to do this? Because I don't think I'm supposed to. And then even the bouncer like walked by and just like looked at me, and he like kind of had like a little smirk. I think he know because I'm just like I think it was my first time there, and the stripper let me do it, so I was like, oh, I was slapping her ass too. I was so confused. I didn't know you're supposed to touch strippers. I mean, I guess if you let them, or they let you, then I guess you can. And yeah, okay. Going back to the topic of at the table, all the strippers just hanging out, just talking to us, and then one of the strippers, we were just having a conversation. And we're just like, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from here. And I asked her, like, where are you from? I'm originally from, like, it's like a county over. Oh, I moved here, And she was like, oh. And she's like in her, like, bra and, like, G-string. She's like kind of shivering, like, oh, it was really cold out here. In here. Oh. And, like, I didn't register what the fuck it meant. I guess she wanted me to take her to the back VIP room. I have no idea, but I didn't catch the clue because again, I was just so shocked. Everything is going through my mind like so much, and she was so cold. It's pretty cold. She's like, yeah, I just want to smoke some weed and I just want to go to my car and smoke weed in my car to warm up. And me trying to be cool. Yeah, I think you should. I think she was inviting me to smoke weed in her car. I didn't realize it until like a few months later. It just hit me, or a few weeks. I was what she wanted, but okay. So I was just okay. So I said Norman Reedus and Merle. I can't remember Merle's real name, but Norman Reedus and Merle just there. And I think we're there for a bit, and I was kind of getting hungry because when you drink, you're just kind of hungry later on. And I was getting hungry. And I asked Carl, like, yo, Carl, you wanna Coral, Coral, you wanna you want to leave, head out and get something to eat? And he was like, no, wait, there's a stripper, she wants to talk to me after her shift ends, and we were there for like 30 minutes. I was having a conversation, a lap dance with the stripper. And I think she said, or what he said to me is like, she actually likes me, she wants to have a conversation with me after her shift ends and stuff like that. I think he actually fell for a stripper, which is fucking like, you would never think it happens in real life. People just think that's like a movie thing or a story you hear, but you actually never see it like in front of your eyes before. I think he was legit in love, or he had he think the stripper actually likes him for him and want to have a conversation with him after her shift ends. Ugh, excuse me. I think that's the most fucking hilarious fucking thing ever. My first time experience. So eventually, I asked him, hey man, I don't think she's coming to talk to you after. And he was like, yeah, it's all mopey and shit. I think at the same time, Daryl and Merle left as well, because we were in the car. We saw them leave. and it was still like it was sundown a little bit, it was like sunset already, but I could still clearly see their faces. I was like, yo, that's a legit spitting image of Norman Reedus and Merle, Daryl and Merle. It was crazy as both of them rode motorcycles. I was like, wait, didn't Norman Reedus ride motorcycles? They legit, whether it was just me being stupid or just, I don't know, but it was legitly them because they both of them rode motorcycles together after they left. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. I can't remember. That's all my stories. Wow, I did not expect my fucking story to be out this like almost 16 minutes of this shit. Yeah, but I hope you really enjoyed this. This my experience, my first experience in the strip club. It was fun. I really hope I'm recording this shit. All right, I am. Yeah, it was a fun experience, you know. Maybe it's not the healthiest of ways, you know, to get over a breakup, but you know, when you're young and dumb, it was like your first year in college. You just want to do everything, you know, because you feel so free doing it. Yeah, man, poor Carl, man. He actually thought. Yeah, actually thought a stripper likes him and shit. Oh my god, dude, that's fucking funny. Anyways, that's all I have for now. Oh yeah, I forgot. End of my videos, I want to say something, an advice or some shit. I guess my advice. I could think. The only advice I can think of right now is just don't fall for a stripper, man. That's how they get their money, you know. Just not toying with their feelings, but you know, having some type of fantasy, and then you know, men pay for it and shit, or females, you know, either or. My advice: don't fall for a stripper, man. I don't think I ever seen a successful story of marrying a stripper or dating or one not dating one, but whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying. Don't fall for a stripper, okay? Once you're inside like their work area, because that's how they earn their money. All right, folks, and viewers, listeners, or whatever the fuck you guys are. Thank you for listening. And comment of, I think my videos, I think I'll try to upload twice a week, once a week for sure, but I'll try to upload twice a week. All right. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.